What is going on? Welcome back to Jiu-Jitsu Outlet. I'm chilling here at the Laughing Dragon, our sponsor's location. Here with my sponsor, Trent Mall.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Good to be here.
I wanted to have Trent on the show because he actually competed at Pan Ams, and he's actually, you're a blue belt, right?
Kind of.
Kind of a blue belt.
I'm definitely a blue belt because that's when you quit.
And Trent is soon. I've convinced Trent to return to jiu-jitsu training. We're going to be getting to that later in the episode, so make sure you stick around to hear about Trent's return to the mats. And I want to just hear about you, man. And I'm going to ask you the same questions that we ask everyone, whether they're a UFC fighter like James Krause or ADCC champion like Robert Drysdale or a brand new white belt or a purple belt or whoever we have on the show. Mm-hmm. So first question, man, is what has jiu-jitsu done for your mental health?
So jiu-jitsu helped me a lot. I'm a bigger guy, right? I was right around between 2 to 220 most of my time I was on the mats. So I always got put in with the big guys. Well, often those big guys are bigger belts too. They have higher belts and their color on them. And I tried to tap once to a brown belt from pressure, and he wouldn't let me. Holy crap, what do you do?
Yeah.
When a brown belt has you, right, in a position where you want to tap from pressure as a white belt, what can you do?
Yeah.
Nothing. You can't do nothing. And he said, nope, sorry, you're on a different path. You're a competitor. You don't get to tap from pressure. You get to work.
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's what I did. Work. What else are you going to do? Die?
Yeah.
You're just going to wait for the time to run out and just die? No, you do what you can.
Yeah. So it taught you like how to be resilient.
For sure. Being comfortable in uncomfortable positions. Oh yeah, what's up there? Being comfortable in uncomfortable positions. I have had so many positions recently, even this week on a trip to Rolla, where I was in a very uncomfortable position. In a near confrontational position with a potential client, and you can either tuck tail and run, or you can stay there and do what you can do, And well, I was on a different path, so I stayed there, and we made the deal. We got the account.
Yeah.
So
exactly, it's like that same mindset. Like you can apply it over to business, you can apply it over to life. So, like, can you compare like who were you mentally? Before you started training, and compare that against like who are you today?
So I used to carry a gun. I
It's
don't.
A good segue.
I don't.
Yeah.
Like, why do I need to carry a gun?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not bragging, right? Any blue belt, in my opinion, should be able to handle themselves against an untrained person on the street. Right? As long as that person doesn't have a knife or a gun or something. Cool. Also, if you're training a lot, you get all your aggression out on the mats. Beating up somebody that hasn't trained is like fighting a brand new white belt as a brown belt. Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
So, like, what I find is that I become a whole lot more peaceful. I used to, sometimes I'd open carry and I find myself being a whole lot more polite to people. Well, now if you look at your whole self as a weapon, then you should be more polite to people. And, I don't know. Does that answer?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay,
100%.
cool.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you this, man. Like, how has jiu-jitsu helped you in business? Like, I know you touched on it just a moment ago, but like, can you give us more examples or more times like that jiu-jitsu's kind of helped you in business?
Yeah. So when I was developing my jiu-jitsu game as a white belt, I based it all upon what we call the hub. And my hub was closed guard. That's the most secure guard. That's the guard I want.
Right.
So I start from my hub and I go for an arm. That doesn't work. I go for a neck. That doesn't work. I go for a baseball bat choke. And I have all these almost systems are automated. And so it's almost by rote, like If I pulled you forward and you were dumb enough to put your left hand on the mat, it was mine.
Right.
Right hand, maybe not. But if your left hand hit the mat, I was already coming up.
Right.
To grab that.
Yeah.
So the same thing with business, man. Find that hub where you're comfortable, right? Find that hub where you can, like, I spent like 12 private lessons on my closed guard. I love my closed guard.
Yeah.
Other people don't like it so much. So I think I did a good job.
Yeah.
Right. And so I always go back there. If you and me were to roll, don't let me get to my closed guard. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
Everything I do tries to get me to my closed guard because then I want your back.
Yeah.
Right. But I have that hub, and that hub is so powerful. Yeah. And you can always, you go here and then you just reset.
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't work in business. Okay, let me come back here to what was working, reevaluate what didn't work in what I did, and then fix it.
Yeah.
You know? And maybe that's just not the way you're going to go right now. Maybe that path of travel is closed off to you, and you've got to focus over here,
right,
where you're not so comfortable. Well, that's your new path now. But you're starting from a secure foundation where you're good to go.
That's such a great point. So, like, it's almost like starting off here at this shop, for example, and then you branched out into getting into wider stuff in the cannabis industry, for example. Right. So it's like you establish yourself in one position, and then you build out your verticals from there. I think a lot of times people get distracted. And it's kind of interesting, like these different parallels you see between jiu-jitsu and business. I think about this a lot, but it's like in jiu-jitsu, you have to focus and you have to have like a pressured energy all in one direction. And then you have to have the ability to pivot and change quickly. But if something's working, then you should just keep going for it. You know?
Yeah. And,
people get distracted.
There's so many good analogies in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of the advantage system in IBJJF. Sometimes advantages win the fight. Sometimes it comes down to that advantage. Sometimes it comes down to you trying hard.
Yeah.
And going for it and putting it on the line. And because when are we exposed in jiu-jitsu? When we attack, right?
Right. Yeah.
Why do you get the advantage? Because you attacked. You took the chance. One of my matches I won, I did not get the back, but the guy gave up about a half second before he looked at the clock.
Yeah. And
he saw it was 1 second away and he let loose.
Oh, man.
Fuck you. Sorry. Yeah. Fuck you. I took and I went, boom. Now I didn't get the 3 seconds. So I didn't get his back.
Yeah.
But I got the advantage.
Right.
Because of that last second.
Yeah.
Or no, I didn't even get the advantage. I got the decision.
Yeah, you got the decision.
I was a white boy getting a decision.
Yeah.
That's hard to do in the IBJJF.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, that's
grit.
You got to. If you're not going to do it, then go earn an hourly wage somewhere, man.
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of wages out there. Good wages. Man. You can make $500 an hour if you're good enough.
Yeah. But you don't get the life that you want.
No.
Man.
And that's what I live for. I live for this.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I wanted to ask you, this is a question that I have. I know that chilling here with you, we've talked a lot about kind of society and culture. And I know that you're you're actually a very altruistic person from what I can tell. Like you care a lot about other people more than you might admit, just from my interactions with you. And I guess, how do you think that jiu-jitsu can help the world? Like hypothetically, let's say that we could get every single person doing jiu-jitsu. What do you think that would do for society?
Oh my gosh, something good, because I just got real happy.
Yeah,
just thinking about it, I was like,
it'd be fun.
I don't know, but I think it'd be better.
Yeah, it'd be a better
I don't
world.
know what would it do? It'd be better, dude. We already do it in jiu-jitsu, man. We already do it. Yeah. We kill each other. We simulate murder on each other, right? There are huge rivalries between schools, but at the end of the day, it's all jiu-jitsu still. There are across countries, people don't care. Oh, you know jiu-jitsu? Okay, cool. You know who Zoltan Bathory is?
No.
He's a black belt guitarist for Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay,
he does jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah.
All right, if you go to a Five Finger Death Punch concert, you might go and see him with mats on the out, and you'll be like, "Hey, man, that armbar's looking sloppy." He'll be like, "Oh, you roll," and he'll just there's stories all over the place about how
Such things.
it breaks down titles, it breaks down
Yeah.
role, everything. I mean, you could be on the mat, dude. You could be on the mat with a white belt that's anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Who does jiu-jitsu these days?
Really cool, successful people.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Cops.
Yeah.
Teachers. People going through major issues in their life. People coming off of huge wins in their life.
Yeah.
Everybody's there, and it breaks them down because you can't lie on the mats.
Yeah.
I don't care what belt you have. You can go buy a brand new brown belt, and I step on those mats. You know what everybody's gonna say? I don't know what school he went to,
right?
But he ain't a brown belt. You know, it's an equalizer.
Yeah,
and it rewards your efforts.
Yeah, and it's almost like a purification process of sorts,
yes.
because you get the crap beat out of you for so long.
Dude, I tell you, there's some nights, and now talk about mental health, right?
Yeah.
I remember one night, I'm driving to Springfield, going to class, and I don't know what it was. I was just mad. And this group of kids, probably just having fun, pull up beside me, laughing and everything. They look over and they're still laughing. And something made me super angry at them. I wanted to go just rip them apart. Whatever. I roll into school. I go talk to Ronnie Page. I don't know if you know Ronnie. He's a black belt under JW.
Oh, cool.
He has a Humaita school in Ozark, I believe. So I go to Ronnie. He's 250 pounds and he's a beast. Like he's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
And so I'm after class, I go to him. I'm like, "Hey, Ronnie, I want you to go hard with me." He's like, "Huh?" I said, "Like I'm saying, like I want to go as hard as I can with you. I want you to go as hard as you can with me.
Put it on
and just hurt me, dude. Like put me in positions that make me regret even waking up this morning, right?" And he kind of looks at me, and then I think like he figured out. He's like, "Oh, like you need this. Like this is something you need." And dude, we had a great roll. I tried to throw a omoplata. He stood up in my guard, and I tried to throw an omoplata from that position. I had him like halfway bent over before he was able to come back. But I mean, we were just like we were going like competition level in the class, 2 brown belts just fucking clashing, you know. And at the end, I was just like, bro, I probably laid in his lap or some shit, you know. How you get at the end of the match, soaked in sweat, and I'm just like, dude, thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
like I can like function. This was before I started using cannabis. Yeah, and I didn't have any other way to like get rid of that energy. And so, yeah, we call him he's a pharmacist. We call him the pharmacist.
That's funny.
So
that's silly, man. Well, I wanted to ask you one last thing, man.
Okay.
So I know that you've competed before, and you've competed at Pans, and I wanted to ask you about that. Like, can you tell us about that experience, and how did it change you? Because just in the conversations we've had, like, I know that it was like almost like an initiatory experience of sorts, by the sounds of it. So can you tell us a little bit about that, and what did that do for your mental health?
It put a lot of things in perspective.
Yeah.
Okay. For one thing, I competed in Pans twice.
Okay.
My first year, I got the itch to go, and I went about 4 months of hard training, and then went. Yeah. And I pulled bottom side control.
Right.
Nearly immediately.
Yeah.
So I call that my $1,500 mistake.
Love it.
For the next year, everybody at the gym, you know what they called me?
What?
Hey, side control.
Love it.
What's up? Right?
Yeah.
But I loved it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should never live that down until I prove otherwise, right? It helped me prioritize a lot of things. All the other competitions I went to, I didn't care if they were open, IBJJF Opens, Fuji Opens, AGF, it didn't matter to me. Nothing else. It was all practice. Yeah. Everything was practice, dude. It was just, it was literally, I want to go against the hardest people I can and lose. Right. At all the opens. I never wanted to win an open. I mean, of course you do, right? Yeah. But you want to use those opens as that spot to train for Pans and for Worlds. That's the only ones that matter, like in the world. Yeah. Right? For the IBJJF, yeah. Yeah. IBJJF, yeah. Those are it. Yeah. You know, that's where I met Nate Diaz. Yeah. They just like walking. Andre Galvao.
Yeah,
just walking around. Agent Coulson walking around, just like dude,
hanging out.
Dude, that's Zanji.
Yeah.
You know, like, dude. So then I lost, and that sucked.
Yeah.
And then I said, all right, next year. And so I spent the entire year training for Pans, doing the same things over and over again, over and over again, doing my 2-minute drills, right?
Yeah.
You know, start from you on their back. That won me a match, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up in Chicago.
Dude, that's awesome.
We got reset in the back, and I went to bow and arrow immediately, and the guy goes, he tried to tap. You know, it's a good tap when it comes on so quick and so hard that they can't actually hit you, and they can't actually say anything. It's just like gurgling.
Yeah.
That makes you feel like a solid jiu-jitsuer. So, yeah, so it helped me to prioritize that.
Yeah.
The only thing that mattered was Pans. That's it. I was nervous at every single match until my second match at Pans, my second time.
Really?
I won my first match by decision. I kept him in half guard with the gi wrapped around, you know, underhook gi wrapped around. And he kept trying to darce me or something stupid, but he couldn't because of how I'm controlling him. So he kept trying. He's like, oh, I got long arms. Didn't work. But I got an advantage. Oh, we both got advantages, and I got a decision. That first time, man. So after holding him there for about 4 minutes, it was rock hard. So after that, here I am going back to my team.
That's what she said.
And they're just like pounding, just beating that, you know, massaging I got like 3 people working my arm because I can't move it. And they're like, all right, you got 8 minutes. Oh my gosh, well, guys, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
8 minutes, man. We got to go fight again.
Yeah.
So they got it back, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Really?
Dude. But when I stepped back on that mat for that second time, I wasn't scared anymore. I was like,
you'd already been through the worst.
I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I was like ready. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to do this time. I'm not going to get stuck there again. We're going to go. Didn't quite work out that way. Weird.
It never does.
Weird, right?
Never seems
didn't quite work out that way, but I pulled out the win by decision again. Possibly the only white boy in IBJJF history to ever win Pans with 2 decisions.
That's awesome.
We make that joke, you know. Your people will get it. My people are like, why are you being racist towards Brazilians?
Yeah, why are you so racist?
But like the jiu-jitsu world, we know the jokes. But yeah, so then I went to In and Out and got a 4x4 with a large Coke. I said, I don't care what the largest Coke it is. I need it. Because
you need to replenish.
I had not eaten for 3 days.
Yeah.
It was the hardest thing in my life, dude.
Man, that's crazy.
So I see people walking around with like American Fighter shirts, and I kind of got like a little bit. Have you ever had to cut weight, bro?
Yes.
Like for real?
It sucks.
Like,
yeah. Sucks.
Sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
And then I see people walking around with like American Fighter shirts, and I'd be like, "Oh, what's your weight class?"
Yeah.
Have you ever had to like cut like? Have you ever had to spend like hours at a time inside of a sauna with a sweatsuit on, with sweet sweat rubbed all across you, and just every once in a while just go and pour shit out? No. Only professional athletes do that, dude.
Yeah, right.
Nobody else is dumb enough to do that. Nobody else needs to do that. I've never did that for an IBJJF Open.
Yeah.
I never would.
Just for Pans.
But Pan's a different level.
Yeah, you have to.
I think everybody should spend a year of their life training as hard as they can. Every day they can get to the gym 2 times a day, 3 times a day, go to Pan's camps, go to private lessons, save up for it the year before.
Yeah.
Make it your last year at your belt. Because everybody else is.
Yeah.
You know, Ross went out there.
Yeah.
That's purple belt. Those are beasts, dude. Pan's purple belts?
No joke.
They're black belts everywhere else, man. Like,
oh, yeah.
And so to have that experience and to be able to like devote that year, because that's what it takes. It takes an entire year of training this one and refining this one thing.
Yeah. Now you made me want to do it.
Do
it, bro.
Do it, bro. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. All right. So I know that because of life, because of circumstances, you unfortunately have taken some time off of training.
Yeah.
You've been hustling here,
Yeah.
growing your business here. And I understand, though, that I have convinced you successfully to return to the mats, which is super exciting. And I'm really glad, because honestly, that's really the mission here at Jiu-Jitsu, is to like get more people training Jiu-Jitsu or back into training Jiu-Jitsu.
Yep.
So I know you're going to be getting back into it next weekend at our next Jamboree event. So I'd love to tell you a little bit more about that. But first, I want to hear from you, man. Like, tell us in your own words, like, what is the Jiu-Jitsu Outlet Jamboree, and what are you most excited about experiencing next weekend at the event?
Dude, I am excited to get on the mat. I love just like I gave Jake my my roll. I got like a 3-inch mat, you know, and I gave it to him to play with the kids. I go every time I go over there, I just kick off my shoes. You still see what I wear, right?
Yeah,
I'm ready to jiu-jitsu almost at any time. Like I just like need to empty my pockets, sit down, and I'm ready.
Yeah,
like I left the training obviously in the physical, but in my brain and in my thought, I still, you know, the Gracie get up.
Yeah.
Every time I get up, bro, that's how I get up. Every time it works. I can get up that way the rest of my life. Why would I not do it?
Yeah,
you know. I just want to get back on the mats and feel and just roll around. And I want people to come out. I want all my people to come out. That we always talk about jiu-jitsu and how awesome it is, how much fun I had. I want them to be able to come out, and this format is cool.
Yeah,
that's what I'm excited about.
It's gonna be fun, man.
The format of a super fight and then mat time.
Yeah,
and for me to be able to just, if you show up in the right clothes, you can jump on the mat for a little bit and learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
You know, I like to do this thing. It's really fun. I let them get in mounts, and then I say, okay, keep me held down.
Right.
Any way you want. I did it to Jake, actually. Didn't I do that to you, Jake? In the back of the church? Sorry, he's off camera. I like to have him hold me down, right? Because mounts is the most dominant position, right?
Right.
So I want them to get mounts, right? And I want them to hold my arms down. I always go, you know, you can do this, you can do this. Obviously, what are they going to pick?
Yeah.
They're going to pick this. Cool. That means their weight's already distributed. Anyway,
yeah, exactly.
Right. But I kind of bait that. Okay. Yeah. Hold me down. Yeah. Hold me down.
Right.
All right. Cool. Are you ready? Okay. Cool. And then you bump, you roll, you get half guard, you get under hooks, you take their back, and you put them on the ground, and you get up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and you just, it's just this real quick little like, you know, and people are going to say, oh my gosh, it actually works.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Trent actually does know how to fight.
That's really funny.
Because a lot of people,
I'm excited to get some rounds in.
Heck yeah, dude.
So if you're listening to this, and you're like, what the heck are these guys talking about? So next weekend, May the 27th, Memorial Day weekend, we're going to be meeting up at the park in Marshfield, Missouri, right like over there somewhere. Mm-hmm. We're here at the Laughing Dragon. This is where the after party is going to be at. So the details are on Facebook. Just go look up the Jiu-Jitsu Outlet Jamboree, and I'll put a link down below in the description so you can check it out. So you can go sign up. You can see the Facebook event. We're going to be having super fights from 2:30 to 6 p.m. And at the top of every hour, we're going to be doing a different giveaway from one of our sponsors like Trent and the other sponsors that we've secured like Yoga for BJJ. My friend Sebastian, he's going to be giving away a free lifetime account. So that's just one of the many examples. Scotty P is going to be there. Scotty P Breakdowns.
Nice.
He's been on this podcast a couple times before. And he's coming out to compete. And he's going to be also giving away a big basket of crystals because he actually has a crystal business too. Okay. So if you want to win one of our cool giveaways, I know you're giving away some prizes.
Yeah, we got some pipes and some free rolls. We're giving away an ounce to the winner. We got Marshall versus Hunter. Who's getting that bag of weed? It's Tangy Cakes number 6. It's ready for you. And then what are we giving to us? We're giving an 8th to the submission of the day and a pre-roll to the winner of each fight. So
love it.
And hopefully we would hope to see the winner sharing that pre-roll with their competitor after, right? Like
to bring peace.
Like yeah. Well, like I love high rollers, man. They smoke before and after the roll. You
love
know,
it, man. So. Of course, responsible adults only. will be involved in such things.
Of course.
And we will.
And it's legal now, so we're cool.
It's true. We're going to be having a good time, hanging out. We're going to have an after party here at the Laughing Dragon, which is going to start at 7 p.m. We're going to be having a potluck style food throughout the day. Been working with local church groups to organize that. Nice. And we're also going to have a drum circle going on. So if you have a drum,
bring it.
Bring
some
that
flutes,
drum.
maybe.
Some flutes would be accepted. And we're going to have a good time and do a cookout here afterwards. So
yes,
come out to the first ever Jiu-Jitsu Outlet Jamboree. And next one will be announced soon. We're going to be trying to do one of these every single month.
I can't wait. I can't wait to go to all of them.
Hell yeah. So if you're watching this, click the link below. Check out all the information about the Jiu-Jitsu Outlet Jamboree. Trent Mall will be there. You'll be able to roll with him, beat him up, and show him what it's like.
Yeah.
And punish him for being off the mats for so long.
Just about the third person is just going to kill me, dude. I got about 30 seconds, so.
So if you want to throw down at the park and have a good time, come one,
for
come
sure.
all.
For sure. I can't wait.
So a big part of this, I know we've had a lot of fun here talking about jiu-jitsu and throwing down in the park and having a block party. But we're also going to be raising money for the Webster County Partners. They help people who have developmental disabilities like autism here in the community. So they're kind of like a local version of the Arc of the Ozarks. And I understand you actually know some person who, one of the people involved with it, right?
Yeah. Well,
tell us a little bit about them.
Okay. Yeah. My oldest son, he has autism. Used to be called Asperger's, so autism light.
Yeah.
And he's getting to the age where he's old enough to go out and do stuff, but he's not quite fully capable. And so WC Partners is there to help facilitate people with developmental disabilities be able to live their best life. They help them place them in jobs. They help them with transportation. They help them with all kinds of different events, educational opportunities. They also help them understand their privileges of being an American in our system and being able to take advantage of some of the money that the government has for them. And so they help them get all underneath the right programs so they can get the most amount of money and help possible to give them the best life. Yeah. It's a really cool place. So
that's awesome.
We're happy you decided to help them out. So.
Yeah. Well, what we want to do with each of these jamborees is support a local charity. So what we're going to be doing is basically just raising awareness and giving the call to action to go donate.
Nice.
I've still got to get the donate link squared away. Like I'm trying to work with them to figure out exactly where to send people. But if you're watching this in hindsight, because I'm going to try to post this like right away, I'll probably have the link for where to donate within the next couple days. But if you're listening to this and you're just like overwhelmed with the desire to donate,
yes,
you can just click on their website. I'll put a link down below and you can just go through their website to make a donation. But yeah, come out to the event and we're going to be doing a little charity auction event to try to raise money for them. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're basically just going to be auctioning off like apparel and martial arts equipment and trying to raise money. So if you want to come bid and win like an old gi or a boxing glove, or we're also going to be auctioning off some jiu-jitsu outlet apparel, and some of our sponsors are sending in some stuff for us to auction off as well. So come out to the charity auction, and all the money raised from the auction is going to be going towards the Webster County Partners. So come out. We're going to be doing at the top of the hour a giveaway, the auction, watching the super fights. There's going to be time to roll, food.
It's going to be a blast.
Dude, it's going to be a good time.
I can't wait.
Hell yeah.
Have we looked at the weather? Did I just jinx this? Have you looked at the weather yet?
So the weather is here in Missouri these days is honestly like so bipolar.
Right.
But this is definitely
more bipolar than Trent.
This is definitely
that comment.
This is definitely a rain or shine event. And we reserve the pavilion. So if we're only gonna like go elsewhere if it's like a torrential downpour because we got tents, we got the pavilion.
We'll be good.
So I am trying to secure a secondary location, but I'll announce that later on. But just go to the Facebook event. I'll put the link down below, and all the information will be there. Perfect. So thank you, Trent, for coming on the show. I look forward to seeing you at the Jamboree, and I look forward to seeing you at the Jamboree and the after party happening here, the Laughing Dragon.
Right here.
On the 27th.
X marks the spot.
Click the link below for details. Peace.
Peace.
Ciao.